They say the loudest person in the room is the most powerful. They're wrong. The loudest person is usually the weakest. Because real power? It doesn't shout. It whispers or says nothing at all. Machiavelli didn't just believe in deception, he mastered it. And today we're diving into the secret strategy that made kings rise and empires fall. Silence. The power of saying nothing and still winning everything. Let's begin. Every word you speak is a map, a blueprint of your intentions. And guess who's reading that map? Your enemies, your rivals, your competition. Machiavelli once said, never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. And what's the greatest deception of all? Mystery. Talking doesn't win wars. It doesn't build empires. It doesn't make people respect you. It only makes them understand you. And once they understand you, they can predict you, control you, and eventually destroy you. Let me tell you about Julius Caesar, one of the most brilliant minds in history. When Caesar decided to cross the Rubicon and take Rome, he didn't send out a press release. He didn't ask for permission. He moved swiftly, silently, and suddenly. By the time his enemies realized what was happening, it was already too late. They were still talking, still debating, still wondering what his next move would be. That's what silence does. It buys you time and power while everyone else is stuck guessing. Modern society loves to preach. Share your goals. Communicate openly. Express yourself. But Machiavelli would laugh at that. Because every time you share, you expose yourself. You make yourself vulnerable. Think about how many times you told someone your plans, and they doubted you. Or worse, stole your idea. Or used it against you. Every word you say gives people leverage. And when people have leverage, you lose control. That's why the truly powerful speak less. They don't beg for approval. They don't explain themselves. They let their results do the talking. In the game of power, perception is reality. It's not about being the strongest. It's about being seen as the strongest. It's not about being the smartest. It's about appearing unpredictable, untouchable, dangerous. Silence builds that image. When you don't speak, people start making assumptions. And assumptions are powerful. They fill in the blanks with their own fears. They start to second-guess themselves. They project insecurities onto you. And in that cloud of uncertainty, you win. Silence isn't just about secrecy. It's psychological warfare. In negotiations, the person who speaks first loses. Why? Because silence creates pressure. People are addicted to comfort. And silence is uncomfortable. So they fill it with their own weaknesses. If someone insults you and you don't respond, they feel powerless. If someone expects your validation and you stay quiet, they feel insecure. Silence becomes dominance. Your absence becomes power. Your quietness becomes control. Let's talk about a few silent assassins in history. Genghis Khan didn't announce when he would strike. He let fear build. Rumors grow. Then boom, destruction. Vladimir Lenin stayed silent in exile. Years of saying nothing, until he came back and seized an entire nation. Napoleon, a master of misdirection. His enemies guessed while he moved. Machiavelli wasn't just writing theory, he was documenting what these power players lived. Because the more silent you are, the more people project strength onto you. They assume you have the upper hand. They assume you're dangerous. And that assumption becomes reality. Let me introduce you to what I call the ghost strategy. It's simple. Be seen less. Be heard less. Win more. The ghost doesn't follow patterns. It doesn't explain. It doesn't ask for credit. But it controls everything. In relationships, in business, in politics, in war. Those who move like ghosts, who let others talk while they think, who disappear until it's too late to stop them. They're the ones who rule. Machiavelli didn't teach us to be loud. He taught us to be dangerous. He taught us that the most powerful words are the ones never spoken. So from now on, stop explaining. Stop announcing. Stop thinking you need to be understood. You don't. You only need to be feared, respected, unpredictable. That's how you win. Let them guess. Let them wonder. Let them fear what they can't understand. Because in the end, the most dangerous player in the game is the one who says nothing and still wins everything. Now go. Shut up. Move in silence. Strike without warning. And win. People are easy to manipulate when they're used to your patterns. They expect you to act the same, respond the same, explain yourself. Break the pattern. Skip the explanation. Change your routine. Act without a warning. When you become unpredictable, you become dangerous. The most powerful figure is the one who doesn't need recognition, who operates like a ghost and lets others think they're in charge. You control everything because no one can track you. The most dangerous kind of power is invisible. Let others speak. Let others shine. Let them enjoy the spotlight, all while you orchestrate the outcome. The smartest leaders in history used this tactic. Genghis Khan let rumors fly while he stayed hidden in the steppe. Vladimir Lenin stayed quiet in exile while planting seeds for a revolution. Machiavelli himself was never a king, but he advised kings, shaped power, and lived through regimes because he understood how to guide power without holding it. That's the real win. When you're so powerful, you don't even need the credit. Final message. So here's the truth. You don't win by being loud. You win by being strategic, silent, and unpredictable. Let others explain. Let them overshare. Let them announce. You, shut up, move in silence, and win before they even know you were playing. If this message hit you hard, share it with someone who talks too much and gets nowhere. Subscribe for more ruthless wisdom from history's greatest minds. And remember, the less they know, the more you control.